Midnight Muses here again, and today I'm going to be doing my Ipsy unboxing or unbagging, whatever. It's this guy here. I do have some extras in it. I have tried 2 of the items already because I got it last week, but I wasn't going to film with it because I literally got it when I got home around 1 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and I had the funeral the following day, so I was not going to be filming. I wasn't in the mood, and I feel like that should be understandable. But anyways, so I have Swoon So Hard is for this month. And actually for the first time, I do have everything listed on the back, but I'm not going to go through that. I'm just going to start opening products and, sorry, I don't know why I wasn't in focus there. And I'm just going to try them on as I go along. I'll let you know what I have, or sorry, I've tried 3 products, but one of them is because I've gotten it in, I think, a BoxyCharm, because the one in my Ipsy is considerably smaller than the other one I have. So I will actually technically the first thing that I would use would be the Ipsy Glow Tonic. It's the exfoliating toner. I love this guy. This is an extra. And I have used this and I really love it. So I'm not going to put it on right now. I actually already toned my skin. I forgot that I got that. Otherwise I would have used that. But I did get the Glam Glow, the illuminating moisturizer. And what I found with this is that when I use it as a moisturizer, it is really nice. For some reason, when I first got it, I was using it like a primer. And I was like, I mean, it's pretty, but it's not doing anything. And then when I actually read what it said on there, it's like illuminating moisturizer. And I was like, oh, that's why. But I will say, on those days when I don't wear foundation, because a lot of days I don't wear foundation, I will just put on moisturizer. And I mean, I'll put on my eyebrows and bronzer and mascara and stuff, but I don't put on any foundation. I find that if I use a moisturizer like this, you can see it gives you a really like solid glow there. It looks a lot more shiny, I will say, in the ring light than it does in real life, but it gives your skin a nice like glow from within look. So I like that. But today is going to be a foundation day for sure, because as I was saying before, I break up more from stress than I do from my diet, and just dealing with this loss that I have been dealing with. I have broken out quite a lot, so I am going to use full foundation today. I'm going to just continue using my No Problem. I have a hard time saying that. By Touch and Soul that I got in my BoxyCharm. Also, don't mind that I'm still shaking a little bit. Again, that's just from being emotional all the time, but life moves on, and so therefore I shall move on with it. I'm just trying to keep my hands, when they're still out of frame, as much as possible. I don't know why I keep going out of focus. Just keep my hands out of frame when they're not moving as much as possible, so it's not as obvious that I still am shaking. Ugh, hate it. It's very hard to lose somebody that you love so much, because I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have lost a lot, and you know, but every now and again there's a loss that hits you, and you don't know how to keep going, you know? You do, you don't know how. Anyways, on a happier note, I did get the It Cosmetics foundation brush. It's called the Heavenly Luxe Flat Top Buffing Foundation. I was so excited to get this. I will say I have tried this once already. I tried it after the funeral when I was going out, and it was lovely. The only thing I will say is that usually when I use my Born This Way foundation, one pump like more than covers my entire face. But with this brush, I need 2 pumps. But what I will say is that it looks so beautiful. It looks so smooth, and like those issues where it's like, oh, it's not covering really how I want it to in that way or whatever, this just goes right over. It just blends right into my skin. And also, one thing that I was finding with this foundation that I wasn't loving, and yes, I know it looks super pale when I put it on, it's because my face is really red. So when I put on a foundation that actually matches my skin, it makes me look ghosty. But I don't really ever bring foundation down my neck, and It always blends in. Again, I think it's just the lighting that's making me look like I have color on my chest. I assure you, I have absolutely no color on my chest at all. It's just non-existent. But anyways, by the time you add your powder and your bronzer and everything blends in. But yeah, no, I love this brush. There's like literally no work needed to make it look perfect. You know, it blends in. It's not streaky. And I don't get that kind of cakey look. Because I found before, oh, that's what I was trying to say, is that I found by the end of the day, like this area here would get cakey. And I couldn't even get close to the camera now. And you can see, it's not there. And the only moisturizer that I put on was just that illuminating one. I'm not even doing my usual heavy duty moisturizer. So that's awesome. Okay, so that's just a camera thing. I just wanted to check in the mirror and see why it looks really red right there, but I can't see anything in the mirror, which means that in person it's totally fine. And geez, my face really looks ghosty on camera. It's so funny. This is something that I've been saying for many years now, is I always look far paler on camera than I do in person, which isn't to say that I'm not pale. I am stupidly pale. What I think it is I think the camera just shows off how pale I am. Because in person, no one ever believes me. Like, I'll go to makeup stores and be like, no, I need your palest shade. And they're like, no, you don't. You have fair skin, but it's not that fair. And it's like, trust me, it is. And then they will go to match me and they'll get like, you know, usually 3 or 4 shades up, depending on the brand, and be like, oh, that's too dark. Oh, that's too dark. Oh, that's too dark. Go to the palest shade and they're like, oh, you weren't kidding. You are porcelain. And I'm like, yep. I just don't look it. I look like I have darker skin. In the summertime I do, but in the wintertime I don't. I have weird skin. I've accepted it. I'm still gonna use my, by the way, I just used some Ipsy. Oh, I forgot to put on my concealer. That's okay. I don't need concealer today. It's my grandma's birthday. I'm gonna go hang out with her. And this foundation covers enough. I'm not worried about it. Also, my concealer is getting kind of dark for me at the moment because we're in the height of winter when I'm getting to my absolute palest. So I kind of want to crack in to one of the newer ones that I'd gotten. But at the same time, I'm so, you know what it is when you don't really have any extra money to spend. You don't want to not completely finish something before. By the way, I do this on purpose because this Pretty Vulgar stuff lets off a lot of pigment. So I find that if I don't like brush it into like little spots along my face before I start blending it in, it'll be way too much in the one spot. But as I said, from like when I first got it, it just blends out like instantly. It's so fantastic. Oh, my ring light's not really helping me out today. Usually it makes things look nicer and more even, and it's making my makeup weirdly enough look kind of blotchy where it's not. So I don't know why it's doing that. Do a little bit down my nose. Also, the other thing that I tried, which was actually kind of really funny, was I got this, the Tarte Double Duty Beauty, and it says make every moment count. You can see that. Yeah, no, that's not going to focus. That's okay. But anyways, it's a blush palette. What was really funny was that when I was putting on makeup on Saturday to go out, I wasn't wearing my contacts. I was wearing my glasses. And to give you an idea of how blind I am, I looked at this and I thought, oh, bronzer, blush, and highlight. Fantastic. It is a blush palette. There is nothing in here but blush. But let me tell you, I had some very, very pink contour going on that day. Anyways, I'm going to be using the Live, which is this guy up here. Again, I think the lighting is not really so great right now. It's a really pretty peach color, and it's a shimmery bronzer, which I tend to like shimmery bronzer, and it's a very pink peach. It's not like the one that I usually use, my Laura Geller, which has a mix of pink and orange to give you the peach tone, but this is very, 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 like, I would even say more salmon as opposed to peach, but people don't really say salmon when they're talking about blush, so a very, very pink peach. And they are very, very pigmented as well, but I absolutely love blush, so I have no problem with having tons of blush on my face. For my highlight today, I'm just going to be going right back into that IBY that I got in my Ipsy a little while ago. I'm so obsessed with this because it is one of the only highlighters that I have right now that are actually pale enough for my face, because the ones that I have that I wear usually are doing that thing where they look really pretty when like they shine in the light, but then when you look straight forward it looks like you have a shadow on your face, which tells you that your highlight is too dark. So I have not been enjoying that very much. Did I get, I think I got an eyeshadow. Oh yeah, I was supposed to use this. I got a MAC, like the smallest ever powder foundation thing in here, and I will use this because I do like this. But this color is the N20, I believe. A little thing fell out of it. Yeah, it's the N20, and the N20 is something that I use is a shade that I use more like around like spring, fall, when I'm either getting a little bit of color or I'm just starting to get pale. It's way too light for summer, but also too dark for winter. So in between, not now, but I will hold on to it and I will show it to you when I can use it. Also, I got a brush by Aisling Organics. It has like a little blendy guy here and a very stiff kind of like for packing on. I would use this to like either, I'd use this to pack on like glitter, like to put on my glue and then my glitter and stuff usually, or if I'm doing a cut crease or something, which I like never do. And I got a little brown shadow, so I will use that today. It has shimmer, so I will put on a base tone first. It's very warm. It's very warm, kind of like goldy looking. I don't know, it's pretty. I'll use it. I'll try it. And then I got a, I swear that says douche, Fierce and Fine graphic pen. So I'll see how this works, because as we all know, I've been having a lot of trouble trying to find an eyeliner pen that actually works for me. So I'm gonna grab today. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dream Street today just to put on some base colors, and then I'll go in with that. But to start, I'm gonna use a wider brush just to get a transition going in, and I'm gonna use Shooting Star, which is like that kind of transition base brown. It's not quite cool, but it's not warm. It's very like neutral brown, and I really like it because you can kind of use it with whatever look you're going for. And as much as like my Zodiac palette is kind of like my go-to palette for like absolutely everything in my life, I do really like this color because sometimes if I don't know what I'm doing with my makeup, which is, let's be real, just about every day, I like that I can grab this as a transition, and then if I go warm, it works, but at the same time, if I go cool, it still works. So, and I'm gonna, because I didn't wear any concealer, I am going to actually go quite a bit lower with under my eyes today, so to kind of hide it, because that foundation is really good. And as you can see, I don't really get under eye bags very much. I actually did get some sleep last night, which I think is really helping me a lot right now. I don't know why the light's being weird like that, but I actually did get sleep last night, so I don't have any kind of bags. I'm very lucky that way, especially since I am, you know, in my 30s now. I find that with me, as long as I get like some kind of sleep, then I'm good to go. I can, like, I don't get any like darkness or any of that bluey purple or anything. It's just good. I'm trying to see with the color that I have here. Might jump into a little bit of Potion, which is this color here. So we're getting a little bit warmer. And I'm going to try out this brush and see how it works, because it is a blending brush, but it is considerably smaller than the one that I was just doing. I really don't use this color very often. It does have quite a lot of kick up. Not a lot of fallout, but quite a lot of kick up in the pan, but that's not a problem. Just go in with a light hand. You'll get whatever you need and it'll be good. Just gonna throw in a little bit, but not going all the way over, just towards the middle of my eye. And then the same on the other side. Just get a little bit of a tone in there. I really like this color. I should use it far more often. I think I can't get over that Zodiac palette. I really do love it so much. And I love Dream Street too, don't get me wrong. And it's actually kind of funny because I find that in general, Dream Street is a much easier palette to use. I'm just gonna jump into Elfish a tiny bit. Just in that, and Kathleen Light said that herself. When she did Zodiac palette, she wasn't going so much for a like cohesive palette design so much as picking colors that like suited whatever the Zodiac sign was. It's just, there's so many options in there and they're so pretty. And I mean, I love astrology. I'm not really a horoscopes person by any means, because I mean, really, based on your sign, no one can really tell you how your day is gonna go. But I do really follow along with astrology a lot, and you know, I'm a classic Leo and what, but I will say in terms of like cohesiveness in a palette, you can do so much with Dream Street where I cannot do as much with the Zodiac palette. Like, Zodiac palette doesn't even have a highlight shade for me because I'm too pale for all the highlight shades. All the highlight shades in the Zodiac palette will do the same thing as like the Ofra highlight that I tried using the other day where it had that shadow, which I can use in the summer, but not in the winter. Whereas this one has two. I can use Moony and I can use Kaleidoscope, which is my favorite highlight shade probably ever. Alright, so I've got my little base down with those guys, and then I will jump into the, oh yeah, this is by Meech and Mia. Is this the name on here? I'll try it out, and I'll just use the packer side just because I want to lay down just a little bit color, not doing anything at all. I mean, I can see the barest hint of shimmer, but it doesn't seem to be doing, I don't know, maybe let me try my finger, see if that works any better. There we go. That's better. It's still not exactly like really shiny or anything, but at least it's showing up with my finger as opposed to the brush, which was really doing nothing at all. Yeah, it's really nice. It's actually kind of more cool toned than I was expecting. It's very cool toned gold. In the pan, as you can see, it looks very like very, very orange, but on the lids it is very much a cool toned gold. So that's kind of throwing me ever so slightly, but it is really pretty, so I'm not upset. I like it. And then just gonna throw a little bit of Kaleidoscope as my highlight. I love this shade, and I think it has the perfect name because it really does pick up all kinds of colors. You know, and I find that if I'm wearing a warm look, it'll have like a champagne look to it. If I'm wearing a cool look, it has almost this like bluey purple kind of duochrome thing, and I absolutely love it. It's so many different shades in one. It's so lovely, and it makes everything blend together, and I think that's perfect. All right, so time to put on the eyeliner and see how this goes. So as I said, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong because I know there's no makeup brand out there that has called themselves douche. It's D-O-U-C-C-E from what I can read, so I don't know how to pronounce that. Please correct me because I know I'm wrong. So, and it's just pen liner. I am going to use my Zodiac palette because it has a mirror in it just to, so I can see and see how this goes. And I mean, I'm not wearing any glitter today, and I do like to use that as my real test for liquid liner to see if it'll go over glitter or even a foiled shadow, but we'll see how this goes. It would be a lot easier if I wasn't shaking. Okay, apparently I'm doing a very thick wing today. That is not the liner's fault, I will say. That is 100% my fault. I don't know if you can see, like, in the camera that I'm shaking a little bit with the mirror, but it's very hard to put on eyeliner when you have the shakes. And I will say again, This is not like, and because of like medication or withdrawal or anything like that. It really is just because I'm an emotional person and my emotions like to come out very physically, and like it's hard for me to eat or sleep or all that kind of stuff. So this is just me being an emotional mess, trying to put on liquid liner. It is working really well though, I will say that. As much as I put on way thicker of a line than I was planning to, I do really like it. One thing I will say is it's very very stiff. Like, it works really well and it goes on super super black. Love that. It's just very very stiff in that it feels almost hard. You know when you use like a hard pencil liner and it's kind of like, ooh, that's not the most comfortable thing ever. It feels like that, but in liquid form. But you know, it looks nice, and that's really all I care about. So happy about that. And then I was gonna throw on some Kush mascara. Still using this. When I do open the Better Than Sex mascara that I got in my BoxyCharm, I will make sure to do that on camera so I can let you guys know how I like it. But as I said then, when you don't have any spare money, just because someone gives you a mascara doesn't mean, you know, you just open it and use it when you already have one on the go. Because to me, that's wasteful, especially since mascara only lasts for 3 months. And I'm using a really good one right now. It's not even like I have a crappy cheap one that I don't like. I do really, really love this mascara. I don't like how much it smudges on my lower lashes, but I'm finding that just by not using very much, it's okay. Or also, on days like today when well, today I just forgot to put on concealer, but on days when I don't have concealer on, it's easier because if it does smudge a little bit underneath and, you know, I do like a little like wipe like that, it goes away, but without moving any of my makeup. And I think it's just because I probably have like so much face makeup on any given day that even if I do lightly smudge, it makes a big difference. Wow, this eyeliner is really, really thick today. It's making my eyes look kind of big. I need to put some brows on. Face on. And for that, I'm just going to use my usual NYX gel liner that I use, well, that I have used every day since I darkened my hair. I think I need to use my regular mirror for this. So sorry if I'm looking to the side. I just have my mirror like next to the screen. Hopefully, if anyone wants to see me doing my brows, you can see what I'm doing. I'm the laziest person with my brows. I say this all the time. My friend Erica, who, you know, she always has very, very, very beautiful brows on. She gets very mad at me because my motto is if I can't do it in 2 minutes, I'm not doing it. Actually, my general motto in terms of doing my whole face is if I can't have my whole face on in 20 minutes, I'm not bothering. And it's so funny because when it comes to working on clients, I love to like spend time on their makeup and making them look their absolute best. Like that's so great. When it comes to my own face, it's like, nah, I don't have time for that. I have other things to do. Let me just run off. She always laughs at me, especially when we're putting our makeup on together. And she'll still be figuring out, like, getting her foundation, like, perfectly blended with her beauty blender. And I'll be just touching up my brows and be like, okay, I need a lipstick, I'm good. I'm very quick. And it's funny because, like, in my YouTube videos that I do here, like, I usually do put on a full face while I'm sitting and talking with you. And I know that my videos usually run upwards between, like, 25 to 30 minutes. But you have to keep in mind that, you know, I'm doing this video, but I'm also talking as well. I'm letting you know what I'm doing and what's going on. So it does take a lot longer when you do that. So if you take out all the talking and it's just putting on the makeup, yeah, it doesn't take long. Oh, and I'm just using a NARS lipstick pencil thing, crayon. I've had it forever. I should probably throw it out. But my lips are very, very dry today. Because I've cried a lot, and when I cry, it's like getting sick. Your skin just dries out so much. So, dry. Needed to have a lipstick. That would look nice. And I don't know how I keep losing my lipsticks, but I do. Not my liquid lipsticks, my regular lipsticks. But I found this in my lipstick drawer. Because I have two lipstick. Alright, I don't have two lipstick drawers. I have two lipstick sets of drawers. I don't know if you can, yeah, see those stacks back there? So each one has 4 drawers in it, and they're all lipstick. The top one is like bullet lipsticks, and then the bottom one is liquid lipsticks. And that's not all my lipsticks, those are just my favorite ones. So I like to have them close. I keep losing all of my bullet lipsticks, and I think it's because those are the ones that I wear during the week, you know, when I'm not with Sean, and I don't have to worry about like kissing somebody and having it be transfer proof. So I just grab a super moisturizing one and run out the door, and they're not even in my purse. Like they're in pockets and all over the place. I lose them all the time. But I was really happy to come across this guy. I got it from Sephora, I think for like my birthday, maybe last year, I don't know. As I said, I probably shouldn't have it anymore, but it doesn't smell bad. And I think it still looks really pretty. I like it. It's sheer, it's not too colorful. It has a hint of like sparkle to it, but not like super, super glittery. It's sparkly in that way where it just makes your lips look like they're glistening and they're really nice. So I'm quite happy for it. But anyways, that is the Ipsy that I got for this month, including my add-ons. The add-ons that were a part of it was I think I said, but was the brush, the Tarte palette, and the Ipsy Glow Tonic. And I absolutely love all of them. I love this blush so, so much. What I actually, though it's weird, the lighting's kind of weird today. What I think I might do is, because I find that I actually get much better lighting from just using the ring light. But sometimes if it's really bright, and like today it's been very, very snowy, and when it's snowy it's super, super bright. I think I'm getting too much light from my window, and they're kind of fighting each other. So I might just start filming in the evening so that it's more direct. You can really see what's going on and how things look, because this blush is gorgeous. Anyways, I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. And if you like this video, hit like, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I'll be back later on the week. All right, bye.